Man United are back. United are back. At least so we're being told. I'm seeing United fans sending me clips of themselves crying in the stands, saying City are finished. Pep will never get this fixed. City are done. The era is over. City can't come. City are finished. It's done. United are back. United reign supreme in Manchester. Manchester's red. Yada, yada, yada. You beat us in one derby. You beat us in one derby. We went 1-0 up. We let it slip. We lost 2-1. Yes, it hurts. It's been a consistent theme this season is inconsistency and poor performances. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, yesterday, I can count maybe two players in the pitch that really looked like they gave a shit from a Manchester City perspective, and that's Jack Grealish, a player I've been bigging up all season. I've been saying start Jack Grealish, play Jack Grealish. He's going to come good, and he is playing really well right now. 2 assists in Leeds, the assist against Chelsea, goal against United. He came on and he actually looked like he gave a shit. But listen, I won't take it away from. I won't try and sugarcoat it. Sorry, we were poor yesterday. We were poor. United had a game plan. They stuck to it. It was to hit us on the counter. They were happy to let us have all the ball, and we never made use of it properly, did we? The poor Norwegian up front, he's making runs. He's looking frustrated. He's getting no service. There's balls on to runners that we're not making at all. We're not passing the ball. We're going side to side, side to side, backwards, sideways. No use. Absolutely no use. We had no penetration, no killer instinct, no drive to go forward, safe ball, easy ball. It's our own fault. We let ourselves down. We are a better football team than Manchester United. I don't care how good their form has been, how many wins they've got in a row now. Now they've beaten us in the derby. They beat Arsenal. They beat Spurs. They beat Chelsea. They're actually, I admire them. I admire them. They're on the up and they're doing a lot better. But to say that they're just better than us out now, right now, forgetting that we slapped them up 6-3 in October, I'm not having it. I'm not having it. And all these United fans, like I said, crying in the stands, Saeed, Cass, atting me on Twitter, atting me on Instagram, and looking to meet me after the game outside Old Trafford just to laugh at me. We've won a derby each this season. The first one we won 6-3, the second one you won 2-1. Call it a draw. We're going through our worst season in a long time under Pep Guardiola, and we're still ahead of you in the league. We're still ahead of you in the league. We have that killer instinct. I fully trust that Pep will still make this come good. Do I still think we can win the league? Less so. I'm recording this about an hour before the North London derby takes place. Should Arsenal win that North London derby? I put Arsenal still hot favourites. And then the game against between Arsenal and United next week is a hit out to see can United really get into the title race, or Arsenal just going to pull away. If Arsenal win both those games, I think it's looking a bit peak. It's looking a bit long. Now, some frustrating comments this week came from the camp. And it's quite concerning. I'm starting to come to the idea that there's possibly some problems in the City camp that we're not paying enough attention to, or that we're maybe not aware of. It starts back as far as when Bernardo Silva dropped the comments saying that he wants to leave again. And I said at the time, listen, I love Bernardo Silva, but that was not the time. We had just lost, I think, to someone, or maybe we just drawn to Everton. And he's dropping comments saying he wants to leave. I'm saying, listen, that's not the time to do that. That's not the time to do that. Gundogan saying after the Southampton game midweek, the hunger levels probably aren't the same as they have been in recent seasons. And then Pep comes out yesterday and says he doesn't care about the Premier League, doesn't care about the Carabao Cup. I know he's speaking out of emotion, and there's probably a lot of sarcasm in what he's saying, but it is impactful. It is impactful when he says something like that. I mean, for fans like myself, who I spend a lot of money on flights and match tickets, home, away, my season ticket, to even if he doesn't fully mean it, to say something like, I don't care if we don't win the Premier League, it is kind of annoying. But look, it is what it is. I believe anyway his full focus is on the Champions League, and you may feel like I'm just saying that because we're not pulling away with this Premier League, or we're making it hard for ourselves. But I think after winning 4 out of 5 Premier Leagues, Pep's probably saying to the board, and the board probably saying to him, listen, we have to go win that Champions League. Do I think we can win the Champions League? Yes, I do. I absolutely do. There's a lot of luck involved in the Champions League. You need good draws. You need to play well in the night. One-off games, 2-legged fixtures. You know what I'm saying? But as far as yesterday's performance goes, it was actually one of our better performances in recent weeks. We dominated possession in a way we haven't done in quite some time. We just didn't make full use of it. A very big purple patch in the second half, right up until we scored our goal. We actually started to pass the ball. We started to look aggressive. We were trying to take shots. The substitution of Jack Grealish was massive. He came on and added some genuine energy that was not there. I mean, Bernardo Silva was flat. He was afraid to make any killer passes and progress up the pitch. He was pulling it back and going sideways. It's effectively him and Rodri playing as a double pivot without it being labelled as a double pivot. He's too deep. He needs to be further up the pitch. We get our goal, and I'm thinking, right, we might have scored this goal a little bit too early, because I know the way Man United are. I was in Old Old Trafford, and the atmosphere was crazy. The noise was crazy. I must say the City fans were class. The City fans were class for the whole game. Don't listen to whatever those United fans tell you. The City fans were class. I can assure you that. But the United fans were loud. You could tell they were up for it. They smelled blood, whatever way you want to call it. They felt this was their day, and just because they went 1-0 down, they weren't going to let it slip. So they keep pushing. And this is something that I suppose you have to give Ten Hag credit for. He's added in a mindset of, we never die, we fight till the end kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So they get their goal. And listen, the first goal, people, please type in your comments right now below on that first goal. How that stands as a goal, I do not know. I'm baffled, and it's frustrating because in the away end, we were down behind it. We were looking at it front on. So we kind of saw the pass from Casemiro come through, and we go, surely Rashford's offside there. Yeah, so this is, it's offside, standard procedure. Bruno pops in out of nowhere and sticks it in the back of the net from under Rashford's feet. And we're going, hang on a second. But the goal's given, and we're all kind of going, there must be some formality, maybe it hit off a City player or something like that. Then after the game, or once the goal's given, we start to see it on social media, what actually happened. And we're going, what? We've been absolutely robbed. We've been absolutely robbed here. That is abysmal refereeing. And then people are getting up the letter of the law and all that kind of stuff on Twitter, and the law says that, that goal should not have stood. So United absolutely gifted a goal that Bruno Fernandes scores, and the place goes up. Old Trafford goes up and roars, and you can sense it. You can sense they're going to push for more. The Garnacho kid's on the pitch. And I said, I just know this kid's going to do something. He's a talented player. He's a really good player. He's got that killer instinct I'm talking about. He made 2 or 3 runs before the goal that he set up himself, and I was like, yeah, this kid's going to cause us problems. We scored too early. And then he sets up that second goal, and it was just curtains from there. We looked deflated, and we didn't know how to bounce back. United then defended with like their life depended on it, but it's not good enough. It's still not good enough from us. I mean, to have all that possession and do absolutely not. We've had 1 shot on target in 200 minutes of football, and that was Jack Grealish's goal yesterday. 1 shot on target. We've got Erling Haaland up front, and we're not using the fucker. We're not playing. He's making runs, and we're not playing the passes. You can see his frustration. You can sense our frustration. It's like we're playing still with a false 9, but we don't have the false 9 there. The wires are crossed. The communication's off. Something's wrong. Something is very wrong. Is it a crisis? No. Don't allow these rival fans to tell you that City are in crisis and, the era's come to an end and you're finished, you're washed, Pep's out of ideas. No. We've had problems before. The 19-20 season, we've had problems. Throughout seasons where we've gone to win the league, we've had problems. We are, granted, making it much more difficult for ourselves through performances and Pep Guardiola's selection. A massive amount of blame does have to fall on Pep Guardiola, but they will get it right. I know they'll get it right. I know he'll get it right. We just need something to click, something to switch. It doesn't help now that we have, Spurs twice. We've got Arsenal coming up, got a cup game against Arsenal. Tough fixtures. Wolves too, won't be easy. Everybody who plays us now will fancy having a pop at City. Everyone thinks we're in the mud. Everyone thinks we're finished. I'm telling you, we're not finished. Yesterday it was an awful feeling. It was an awful feeling walking out of the away end in Old Trafford, and they're all singing, about City being finished and United are back. And listen, we've heard that all before. They do this to themselves. United do this to themselves all the time. They run a good form. They look okay, and all of a sudden they're back. Let them do their thing. Let them have their dice. Saeed, I know you wanted to see me after the game. We were held for an hour after the game. I had a flight to make home. I'll see you on Monday night. I don't appreciate it because it's annoying going to those games and the team play the way they do. I think we should have won that game 3 and 4 times over with the amount of possession we had. But look, it is what it is. Arsenal can go 8 points clear today should they beat Tottenham. That's tough. If we can get a run together and get ourselves together, which doesn't look very likely right now, but if we can, I'm trying to be as positive and optimistic as possible. We play them twice, beat them twice, we were 2 points behind, and then who knows then. But we don't look ourselves, do we? I think the players and the manager need to look at themselves and say, where has this gone wrong? How has this collapsed so much? What have we done wrong? Is the hunger there? Are we subconsciously focusing on the Champions League, or is that even a thing at all? Are we going to get knocked out of that in embarrassing fashion? I don't know. I don't have the answers for you, people. Only time will tell. But all I can say to you is to keep the faith. Keep supporting. Don't get on their backs. Don't allow rival fans to develop a crisis in our camp. Don't let them dictate how we feel about our team and our club. I trust it will come good, and I think you should trust it will come good too. Pep's a smart man. Pep's fixed many problems before, and Pep will fix this too. It's not the end of the world. Let them have their day. We're one apiece. We're one apiece now in the derbies this season. The only thing is we put 6 past them in the first one. We let ourselves down. But it is what it is. We'll move on. Spurs on Thursday. I'll take that derby loss in the chin. It wasn't nothing, like I said, going to the away end. And we were hyped up. We were a bit nervous before the game. It is what it is, people. It doesn't go your way all the time. Just have to keep the faith. Listen, we'll probably do a live stream tonight or tomorrow night, so keep an eye out for that. The support on the channel has been great recently. Leave a like on this video if you would, and leave your thoughts down. Leave your thoughts down in the comments below on the goal. I want to hear on Rash on the Bruno goal and even the second goal, because I don't think our defense played badly. But listen, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're about 150 subs off 5K. We'd really appreciate it if you'd help us on the road to that. And we'll see you with the next video or a live stream. Have a good day.
Listen to your heart, tell me who you wanna be. We can always start to believe. Listen to your heart, tell me that you